Hi guys, welcome to our YouTube channel. In this video we are going to study about a very important and interesting observation, and that is the size of marine animals is generally greater than that of terrestrial animals. For example, you must have heard and noticed also that the largest living organisms to ever existed on our planet Earth is the blue whale. So now you must be curious, what is the reason behind this observation? Why the size of marine animals like blue whales or siphonophores, which are also very large aquatic creatures, reaches to such a great extent? But the size of largest terrestrial living organisms at this present time, like African bush elephant or even the giant dinosaurs, which were the largest terrestrial animals of our primitive earth, didn't reach to that enormous size which whale or any other aquatic creature can reach. As we have already seen that the blue whales are the largest animals to have ever existed. If we are going to compare it, then we can say that the size of a whale is nearly the 3 times the size of our school bus and 15 times the weight of these school buses, or we can say it is nearly 3 times the size of dinosaurs like Triceratops. The aquatic habitat or the marine habitat of these creatures highly contributes to their enormous size. Ocean provides more room for the growth in their mass and size by eliminating a very important factor which generally hinders the growth and the size of any animal, and that is our gravity. So now let us see how gravity limits the scale of life. This means what is the role of gravity in determining the size of aquatic as well as terrestrial animals. So we are going to study the effect of gravity by understanding the scale effect. So let us understand this very basic concept by taking a very simple example in which we have taken two animals which are identical in shape, and the size of second animal is twice as big as that of first animal. This means that the middle body of the bigger animal is twice as that of smaller animal. Likewise, the legs of the bigger animal are twice in length as well as twice in width also. So now let us see the effect of gravity on these two animals which differ in their size. For smaller animal, we have taken the length to be 1, and for bigger it will be 2, as it is 2 times that of smaller animal. Similarly, area of the smaller animal is 1, then the area of the bigger animal is 4 times, as area is length into length, that is twice of length of smaller animal into twice of length of smaller animal, means 4 times area of smaller animal. Likewise, the volume of smaller animal is 1, and the volume of bigger animal will be 8 times the volume of smaller animal, because volume is length into length into length. Similarly, if we are going to talk about their masses, then if we have taken the mass of smaller animal to be 1, then the mass of bigger animal will be 8 times the mass of smaller animal, because mass is volume into density, and density will be same for both the living animals as they are made up of same material. Now, as we are dealing with these two organisms or animals in same gravity region, so the value of g, that is acceleration due to gravity, will be constant for both, and that will be, if we are near to the earth's surface, it is 9.8 meter per second square. So the force of gravity, the weight, the force which is pushing them downward is m into g, and g is constant for both, so the force of gravity will be directly proportional to their masses. This shows that the mass of bigger animal and the weight of bigger animal is 8 times the weight of smaller animal, or the force acting downward on the bigger animal is 8 times that of smaller animal. So now it is very clear that this downward force of gravity is trying to push the body of the animal downwards. So it is this force which is acting on all the bones of the body of the animal is trying to create stress on these bones, means it is trying to create pressure on these bones to break apart, to shatter. So now we are going to study about the leg stress or the pressure created on the leg bones of these animals due to their own weight or due to the force of gravity. So as you can see from here, leg stress in case of smaller animal is 1, but in case of the animal which is twice in size, it is leg stress is 2 times that of leg stress of smaller animal. So as you keep increasing the size of animal, then there is a tendency that the leg stress of the animal will also grow. So as the size of animal keeps on increasing, there is stress keeps on developing on their leg bones, and due to this there is a greater chance that the bones of these organisms would collapse due to their own weight. So they would not be able to cope up with their own weight due to this increased leg stress. Or we can say the strength to weight ratio of the animal starts decreasing as the size of animals keeps on increasing. So this increased leg stress or reduced strength to weight ratio leads to the upper limit in the scale of life on terrestrial habitat, because due to these two factors the bones of the animals would eventually collapse and the life cannot sustain. So now you must be wondering how marine animals like blue whales cope up with such huge leg stress or the reduced strength to weight ratio. So it is due to a force called buoyant force. So what happens here is that the buoyancy or the buoyant force or the upthrust overcomes the force of gravity as it acts in opposite direction to gravity, and this leads to decreased leg stress, and there is no chance or very less chance of collapsing of their bones, and they continue to grow in their size.